things, guys. I want to end with this. Mr. Gillett is an anomaly in martial arts, especially in grappling, because the jiu-jitsu guys will tell you this, that jiu-jitsu in the ground is a very expansive subject. There's so much to learn. There's new things all the time. The more you look on YouTube, the more confused you get over what's right and wrong. And he's really put a system together. And even the most experienced Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys often don't have a system. They just walk on the floor and they go, okay, I look around, I look at these guys, look at him. This is what I want to teach today. But he put a system together, and you heard how scientific it was. It was like ratios and all these mathematical terms that I don't really get. And he put it together, and so that's why I brought him in, because he's just very systemized and able to plug and play and make it work. So that's awesome. Just in the world of grappling, that's just strange and good. So that's awesome. Another thing, we had a chance to talk before class. He was telling me about his martial arts experience. He's trained in tons of things. But he was telling me that he hooked up with an instructor named Jason DeLucia, who's a old school UFC guy. And you were actually trying to get into Lions Den and get into his team.
I was trying to get into the Lions Den, and he was training me to, just to get up to that speed.
Yeah. Okay. So he was trying to get into the Lions Den, and they have a notoriously grueling trial that you have to get through to get onto that team. And do you want to take it from here? The quote that you said that I really liked was failing.
I just kept failing. I went to a place called Stan Bogdan's martial arts school in Woonsocket, and I would meet Jason every morning. I was a correction officer for 10 years at Walpole Prison and Bay State Correctional. And I was a tactical team guy for 9 years, And I've seen it all, man, like in the prison and stuff. So I was like, I need to try this UFC stuff. So my instructor, Joe Robello, sent me down there. Joe was teaching me sticks at the time because he was the only stick guy in the area, over in the New Bedford area. But anyway, I go down there, I see Jason. He's like, all right, you got to go through this initiation. I couldn't think of the words before. Initiation means that you have to do this crazy cardio piece. And I go out there, and I failed. I was just like fat, out of shape, failed. So I'm like, this sucks. So he sent me home. So I call him again. I'm like, I think I can do it this time. So I go out there again. Probably a month went by. Go out there again. Failed again. So he was training me for a little while. Then he went to Japan. So then I called him again. I said, I want to try it again. I go out there again. I failed again. I still haven't passed. I've never passed the initiation. But he trained me. And the reason why is because I just kept going back there. So the PCS-5 system, and my, I guess, lesson to all of you who are sitting here is just, whatever you love, just fail your way to the top and get there, and just make it your own and just keep getting better at it, because to this day, I still haven't passed that test, but I learned so much from that guy, and that brought me where I am today. The people, I always give credit to the people that deserve credit, and the people who deserve credit the most for me are the people who beat me up in high school, because I just got beat up every day. I used to run home. I was a sissy. I was afraid. I was a coward. I was afraid of everybody. I just had that face you want to punch. And it wasn't good. And I was afraid, and my grades were junk. And at that time, nobody did anything about bully, nothing. Everybody just wanted to beat me up. So I just saying, well, we need to figure out how to fix that. So I tried Taekwondo. That wasn't working. I tried some Kempo. That almost worked. But then I tried Filipino martial arts, which was stick fighting, knife fighting, and not that I brought knives to school or anything. But it gave me a reality-based idea of fighting, and then I ran into Jason DeLucia. The lessons I learned from Jason DeLucia are not what I told you today. The lessons I learned from Jason DeLucia was how to be a fighter, how to live like a fighter, how to think like a fighter, and how to train your brain to be a fighter. And that's the most valuable lessons I learned from the guy. I used to drive home on 495. On 95 to 195, crying in my green Ford Taurus, crying on the way home, saying I suck, I'm never going to amount to anything, that guy hates me. Until this day, I still think he hates me. But I love the guy. He's done a lot for me, and this is where I am today because of just failing your way to the top. Just keep doing it, and doing it, and doing it. And when that doesn't work, don't do that. He chokes you, don't do that. He catches you in an armbar, don't do that. Simplify it in your brain and just make it what it is. You should just be thinking in your head that it's either this, 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 or this, If it's not that, it's this. And if it's not that, it's a knee bar or an ankle lock. You know, but the rest is all cake, you know. It's all what it is. And the sport is good. Like I said earlier, it's been working for 2,000 million years. It ain't going to stop tomorrow because it's just going to get better. And you know how it's going to get better? Because of guys like you. What's your name?
Zach.
Yeah. It's all because of you. It's all on you, man. Because think about this. Seriously, it's all on you. It all starts with you.
It's all on you, Zach.
Seriously.
Serious.
The reason I say
No,
that,
serious.
the reason I say that is because when we were kids, no one taught us how to fight. No one taught us about UFC. No one made UFC for us, you know? So we just had to like figure that all out for ourselves. Now there's kids like you who are in a generation where you have the ability to get access to the computer that's going to show you the top stuff in the world. Then you have access to trainers that your master will bring in and help you, you know, educate yourself to be better and better and better. And your generation is going to make the sport better. Because our generation, we're too old for that. So, you better get to work, kid.
Is your system like Krav? Does it always change? Does it always make it better?
Well, it is better, right? But does it progress? Well, yeah, it progresses on something called templates. That's a good question. We have the base system, and we run the base system. And then when we're approached by someone that says, well, what if this happens? Then we run a template on it. In other words, we have crash templates, which it's hard to explain. We have something called like a back position template. What goes on in the back position is the 5 top pieces. So we run templates off problems that we find as time progresses. What do we have trouble with? Do we have trouble with butterfly guard? We have a template for that. How to deal with butterfly guard. But the template, this is the thing that's standing in your brain. The template is just to get you back to a familiar place where you can run your system. Does that make sense?
The basics.
Right. It brings you back to the basics. So in other words, if you were stuck in guard, then we pass guard and we go to a position that we're familiar with, 1, 2, or 3. We don't fight out of guard. We don't try to submit in guard. We try to pass guard or get out of guard to get a submission put on. But then we ran a template for the guard position. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it's not considered a position. We only have 5 positions, that's it. But when I say 5 positions, it's 5 positions, 5 on top, and then if you turn over, it's 5 on the back. So we could potentially say back position 3. That would be back position mount. So it's still back position 3. There's only 5 positions, though. And so in your mind, you would think, well, he's saying there's really 10. Yeah, it was 10. Because there's 5 in the front and 5 in the back.
But they don't change.
But they don't change. No. It's always just getting back to a familiar place where you can run your techniques. And they do that in Krav. What's that called when you go to a point of reference? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get back to a point of reference. Yeah. Is it based on, is the concept based on Krav? Yeah, because Krav was looking for the best material. We were looking for the best material. And luckily we had the access to it. You know?
Good game, good game, good game. Nice to meet you.
All right. Thank you, 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 thank you. All right, all right. Thank you again. Good job, good job. Good job tonight, guys. Good job. Good job. That hurt. You know. Good job. Hey, wait. Is this a circle? Good job, good job. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank you.
Good job, good job, good job. Awesome job tonight, guys.